So, just to continue with answering of the different experiences when you are stepping into Enochian magic or calling on angels or practicing evocation, and there are so many things that can happen at the same time. In one way I would like to call it, it is just like you should stand in a hot shower and then jump out and be dried off, completely dry your hair and in full clothes afterwards, and everything can happen within, let's say, a half a minute. But like, how do you explain it? You can be happy, sad, excited, and feel complete peace at the same time in the same instant within. Or you can start feeling overwhelmed with stress, anger, sadness, and really be agitated, and then suddenly feel completely filled with love. Everything is, if you look at the clock, that's when I say that time don't really matter here. It might happen it might feel like you've been there for an eternity, and then when you look at the clock, there's maybe been just 1 minute, and you can feel filled with energy, or sometimes you feel peaceful and want to go to sleep. But there is that relief thing going on. Or let's say that you feel rage, grief and anxiety and fear. 1 minute that is really strong, and then you feel love, balance and harmony the next. And something that usually happens to me when let's say that you are working, you are at your job, let's say, and there is a radio going on, you are working, you are talking on the phone, and you are focused on that. At the same time you are receiving a download of total clarity of something completely non-related that has more with somebody who needs help, and you get an answer for them while you are focused on doing those things, and the download can come through right there. And then there's these instances when there is something, let's say a huge fire or accident or something other that is really going on, and you can make extremely fast decisions, and you can shift your emotions from let's say fear and terror to calm and make a clear decision or multiple clear decisions in a split second. And those are those things that are hard to describe. And sensing others, other people's and multiple emotions, and somehow seeing the combined truth of their emotions, since nobody experiences things the same. And let's say that this is a chaotic situation, so they are all within their emotions, and without words you can feel the truth and get to the point without talking to them. And that is just when you are needed in order to assist quickly, so you can help them all and get them calm in a minute. And I don't know any words for that either. Or when there are a lot of agitated, angry people in a room, and you can change the emotions of them instantly. And you don't do it by, there is no magic here, you just enter the room and there comes a download and suddenly it happens, and you know that there was an angel coming in, but you don't usually even know what angel, since you work with so many, but it can happen just like that. And bringing peace and calm when people are truly terrified. That is something that has happened quite a lot in my life. And it's often like that when you have multiple criminal gangs and extremists going on, and it's like it is sometimes. And then we have other things that might happen when you are doing, and it is just like I can feel the floor vibrate. Since I usually stand up while doing a ritual, I'm used to standing up. There is no, you don't sit in a meditation pose or anything like that. You stand up and talk and do the oath. So I can feel beneath my feet that there is a strong vibration under my feet. And then we have these different things in different cultures, like in Arabic countries they are kneeling on the floor on a mat, and then they are pressing their forehead towards the floor or the carpet, the praying carpet. And that position is quite easy to get visual since you are facing down. And in Judaism, when you rock back and forth with your body as you pray, that is a very powerful technique. And in Catholicism and in Old Christianity, when you, let's say that, well, you have the kneeling down, of course, with prayer on your knees, and you rest your head in your hands on the bench, praying bench or what is called. That can be, and if they are focusing on a rosary or something, then they count on that and can visualize that way. Or like in the Orthodox tradition, that you look at paintings that describes biblical events, and or the gold, and you got something beautiful to focus on, and that comes alive in a way. But something that is very powerful that happens in when you might feel something enter in, and this is pure respect that comes from your heart, and that is when you suddenly feel the urge to lay down with your face first on the ground. In Catholicism they do that, and it's also done in, it's done, but usually it's that you feel the need to do so. There is no specific book that says that you must do it like that, but it can happen that you feel so overwhelmed with respect, love and devotion that you just do it by yourself. And there were many mystics who used to lay down like a cross with their arms out and so on, with their face in the dirt, and or on the cold stone floor and so on. And what is happening, especially nowadays when Golden Dawn and magic becomes so popular, there are plenty of books that each tell you how to visualize following that tradition and exactly what colors the angels have and correspondences. And but let's look at the old days. You had Kabbalah, you had Greek Kabbalah, you had Islamic Kabbalah, and you had Hebrew Kabbalah. And then you have the Gnostic and Christian Kabbalah as well. And now we have all these New Age variations. And let's look at John Dee for an instance. He was fluent in both Latin and Greek. And he was a practicer of Gematria. So when people always say that he practiced Kabbalah and so on, but which Kabbalah did he practice? That's the question. So when people want to prove their things, they often refer to a thing, but there are different ways with different correspondences. And like these correspondences in his tradition doesn't match Golden Dawn at all. Golden Dawn put in Agrippa and all the planetary from the Hermetics, and they mix everything to fit into a certain place. And if we look at the correspondences in a church, they don't follow the Hermetics, and yet they are powerful for the mystics and other people who has a spiritual path. So that's why I don't want to say that it should be done this way or that way, and you should feel this way or that way. I rather hope that you answer the question yourself and trust yourself there, since what do you feel? Life is painful, and it doesn't go like magic that it happens in an instant and you have forgiven. Forgiveness took me over 53 years to truly forgive. 53 years of trying to forgive. So it doesn't come so easy, even if you do your best sometimes when the pain is deep. And but you do the work and you get better at it as you go. And if you feel peace and love within, or you get clarity of mind and you start to feel trust, and you get less angry and less furious at, and less destructive, let's say it that way. People are often destructive in many ways, both for themselves and for others, and let's say gossip and slander and these half-truths and half-lies what are popular right now, that everybody is telling a bit of truth and then there's the drama. And the more it lessens, the more you feel the calm within, the more you are interested in that. So that is a part of growth. And it is just like when you are young, you are falling in love with a boy or a man, and it's all about that since you're young, and that's a part of life. And then with age you grow further from that and, let's say, focus on spirituality or academics, and that becomes your main focus. And other people are all about family, and everything is fine. But it's just to see that is the circle of life. It just goes like that. And whatever you want to do, it is the angels and the higher divine court that says when you are ready for something, and they upgrade you. It's never a person like in an occult group that you tell everybody the same thing, you can read the same book and you base on their system. No, true magic is when you get crowned by the spirits themselves and they see you worthy. It's not about an occult group. That doesn't give you any power more than human power, and you get a title or something to call yourself. And some groups are good and they have powerful egregores, and some have good teachers and others have not. So it is all up for debate. And here we have another mouth painting, and this is from Rosalinda del Carmen Villagran. And then I forgot the yesterday's, which was this one, and it was Natalina Marcantori, also painted with the mouth. So that was all for now, and have a magical, magical day. And I hope this answers some of these questions I received last night. Be inspired. Bye for now.